someone's watching us or not, we're going to be, holding ourselves to Islamic principles. I think that goes for any discipline, but, specifically in education. The other thing is, working with equity lens, always being able to, like I went my entire schooling, never seen any representation, never seen a book. So I really try and highlight some stories, some heritage on, we highlighted contributions to Muslims. We have currently out in our school right now, we have famous Muslim athletes. So I'm really trying to bring that awareness of the deen, of leaders of this Muslim Ummah into a context that is relatable to young students.
SubhanAllah, because the taqwa is like the main center of being Muslim and so it's amazing to see how you guys have been really allowed to work. We are a bit short on time, so I'm just ending with one question. I'll start with Abi. So what's one tip that you would for staying connected to your Muslim identity or your education journey?
One thing I would say is literally from day one, you should hold your Islam with be proud of your Islam and understand that you have been gifted with something that's so powerful and so beautiful and amazing that you have no reason to have a inferiority complex or feel like you're less than or shame or anything. And also the way people perceive you also just depends on how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself with confidence and you know that your Islam is actually what gives you your worth and your value and that Islam empowers you, then you don't have to be afraid of how people will perceive you, right? Even if in the beginning it's easy to make it, I would say understand, from day one, have your head high and confident about anything and everything you stand talking about Islam, because if you set that, if you set your my words are easy, but if you set that perception, if you set the perception of yourself as that, as a Muslim, then you're not going to be afraid later down the line if you something, comes up, you're afraid to talk about your identity and stuff. But I would also say very importantly to back that up and also keep up your taqwa, like my sister mentioned, outside of your workplace and career obviously as well. Because especially if you're in a workplace or a student environment where there are not many Muslims, you are only as strong as the community that you yourself around. So you have to make sure that if there's not a strong community in your workplace or your school, then make sure that you are invested into other communities where there are a lot of Muslims, because the Ummah works best when we are united. And of course, your love was between Allah, but have the community will actually help the community strong as well. So I would say reinforce your relationship with Allah by inserting yourself into a community.
I would say for me, it was throughout my life I've learned the importance of trusting Allah's plan, because there were so many moments in my life where I tried so hard in this application, I was really begging on getting this position and I didn't get it, and it destroys you. It's really hard sometimes. That's natural, but I think to just remember that when you think it's going to work out, when it's supposed to work out. For example, when I was a year behind journalism in schooling, I was upset. I was like, well, I'm behind in life, I'm not doing as well as my peers. But if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to go on my semester abroad because COVID was happening. So everything worked out. That was one of the best experiences in my life. And so I think it's really important to just always keep that in the back of your mind. And what's good for you will come to you, and there's wisdom behind his plan and his trust.
Thank you so much. Is this what I did or just advice in general? Yeah, a couple things. First of all, really put yourself out there, especially as Muslims. I think that a lot of us are shy and nervous to really put ourselves out there.
What I would say is just, it's easy to always feel overwhelmed. So, try and create that balance in your life. And take that time, take that time for reflection and contemplation and have some other something in your life that is non-negotiable. Starting with our salahs, but we have to be leaning into our faith, not just rest. And we need to make it real. We need to make it real. And you're going to find that really from Allah when we are consistent. Because some days I wake up and I'm just like, please put better time. So that would be my advice. I think what the sisters have shared is really beautiful.
Thank you, Sister Fatima, and all of our panelists. Amazing conversation. I know we have a lot of questions, so maybe during networking time, I know I have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask you. So Jazakumullahu Khairan Katheera, and thank you for making this a lovely night.
Welcome back. Brother. Everything okay?
Yes.
We're going to
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's already
They said they'll ask about 3.
last week.
It was so last minute for me. I didn't prepare any scripts.
Sorry?
I didn't prepare any scripts, so I'll be worried.
Oh, yeah, no. I made some notes on specific.
Okay. Jazakumullahu Khairan, Zainab, for leading us to this insightful conversation, inshallah. And with that, I would like to continue before we take a break faster, inshallah, in our networking session. I would like to welcome to the stage Brother Sami to be the next of this topic. Please give it up for Brother Sami, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sami. I'm a student at UCSC second year. I'm majoring in geoscience and civil engineering. It's amazing to see all of you present here, and I'm having the privilege to moderate this session at iSPARC today and ask questions to our respectable brothers and sisters. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Brother Sean Sohail to the stage. Inshallah, Brother Sean Sohail, please make your way to the stage. And so we're going to round of applause for this. I'll speak to both of the lights and on. But before we get started, just a little introduction of Brother Sean Sohail. Brother Sean Sohail was born and raised in Japan and completed his bachelor's in chemistry and biology at Osaka University. Sean Sohail is a PhD student at the University of Toronto in biomedical/medical engineering and chemical brain. His work focused on deep brain stimulation in patients with brain disorders such as Parkinson's disease. He completed his undergrad at Osaka University where he was especially appointed researcher contributing to the work and schizophrenia treatment. He's currently at clinical training at the University of Health Network. He's also infused at the Global Research Facility at Cambridge concerning optogenetics. but I want to introduce our next panel member to the stage, Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad. Please make a round of applause for Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad. Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad is a second-year psychiatry resident at the University of Toronto. His involvement in community organizing, including the Justice for Soul movement, sparked his interest in Muslim mental health. He has twice helped organize the Canadian Muslim Mental Health Conference held by UOT and the Muslim Medical Association of Canada and hosted psychoeducational workshops at local mosques. Additionally, he's a research mentee at Stanford Muslim Mental Health and Islamic Psychology Lab, leading a study on the experiences of formerly incarcerated Muslims. Inshallah, let me introduce the next member, Brother Daniel Kashif. A lot of us already know Brother Daniel Kashif, so a round of applause for him, please. He's also a big face in your panel if you go there a lot. You can always see him when he's smiling. Brother Daniel Kashif has graduated from UTSC in 2023 with honors and double majoring in human biology and population health. He's currently pursuing a master's in health science and the translational research program at the Temerity Faculty of Medicine. As a founder of Humans for Health, a student-driven organization focused on advocacy, mentorship, philanthropy, and research, Daniel aims to empower communities through health education and initiatives. Daniel hopes to pursue a career in medicine. Inshallah, last but not the least, our panel member, Brother Marwan Noor. Please make a round of applause for Brother Marwan Noor as well. Brother Marwan Noor is a legal counsel at the IESO, the Independent Electricity System Operator for Ontario. He went to University of British Columbia and York University to complete his undergraduate and postgrad. All of these people over here are gems and very valuable resources to the Muslim community, and inshallah, hopefully we can take wisdom and knowledge from them today, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope everyone today. We're extremely glad that you could make the time out of your busy life and this schedules to come and help us with here. We appreciate all of your inputs, and just know that everything that you're going to say is going to help us a lot, and inshallah, make dua that Allah gives you valuable returns as well, inshallah, for everything the time out of your day. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask you questions that inshallah all of us are curious about, and I would prefer this from everyone to everybody can answer the questions and whatever you guys prefer, inshallah. So the first question I would like to ask is, how did your academic journey help you in reaching where you are today?
Yeah, so, it's interesting actually to talk about academics, but we should also focus on what we do outside of class. There's a lot of things that we're working on and privileged to do outside of class, and I think that's helped to bring this position actually be a program director. I met at a research conference. And so we prepared and find out about the program, see that it was something that really aligned with what I wanted to do, and then apply it from there. So it's important to get into that room, oftentimes academics can help you to get into that room. And once you're in that room, also just network with people, and it opens up more doors from there.
Thank you so much, Jazakumullahu Khairan. I want to move to Brother Sean Sohail and give him more, some more interesting educational backgrounds because we've been through so much already. So I feel like we have way more experience than a lot of us are used to as well.
Assalamu alaikum. You guys hear me? Yeah. No? Louder? There you go. Assalamu alaikum. So, my academic journey has been quite interesting. Like the brother said, you do want to have several hospitals is important. But also, my emphasis will be on accessibility to opportunities to technology that you can use to control your activity and rights. And the fact that you can use also you can use TCL like what to spectrum to record your activity. And you can actually target concerns to understand how these very functions, and you can translate that applications, you can treat them better. So I found very small niche, by having a environmental that helps that conveys right information from the most conventional, but also reading. And I have it on the book. However, when I'm talking to students, so if you apply around the world, you find a lot of focus. The university of they only know you through the so they're like promotions, bachelor's, or master's. Yeah. Like they don't get to pick the offers. Now, alhamdulillah, I went to Ameen, and I think I'm over 20 at one. And like something to one in Germany, one in Saudi, and then again. Now, sorry, the wrong book.
So take picture.
Now, another advice I can give to those who are living in Canada is apply, go to as many conferences as you can. Go to conferences that you find very interesting. Like, inshallah, I'm going to experience installation conference in Portugal, inshallah. You can meet a lot of professionals, EEG, MRI, you name it. You have these professors, you tell them what you're interested in. And inshallah, even underwork, you resonate on this one. And from there, you can actually start study programs or courses on how you can actually work with them, inshallah. And that's what happened to me at this university. My boss even told just a little closer. It's hard to take on. So my boss, my current boss at UFT, he involved me to give a talk. And subhanAllah, this conference was a little bit genius. And that was made to come in. I have all the knowledge, and his presentation was only about biology. So I was like, that's a new one. So from then I started, and I spoke to him. It was very interesting about what environment. It's not a lot of people really know me, everything like that. So I've been spending about 7 months graduation. That's a lot in 2 weeks.
Up here with you.
No.
Hey, Assalamu Alaikum everyone. I think the question you were asking about my academic kind of background. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably echo what Brother Daniel said is much of it was what was happening outside of the classroom. So my medicine kind of trajectory was what you would call traditional. So it's for the person who does undergrad, from there goes straight to medical school, from there goes residency, so it's like a traditional student in medicine. And that was kind of my pathway. But my undergrad was in kinesiology, studying human movement. I was like, yeah, I like sports, let me go pursue this. And I did the degree, and that was very interesting, but obviously like a very different path now. And I think a big part of it was that throughout my undergraduate career, yeah, kinesiology was cool, but it was also part of a lot of grassroots organizing movements, specifically working with the Muslim community in Hamilton. And that's when I saw a lot of the problems that our community was facing. Specifically, I worked a lot in anti-Islamophobia work, and experiences of discrimination and things like that. And I saw a lot of mental health issues that were really largely unaddressed. So when I got into medical school, and I thought I would go to like orthopedic surgery or sports medicine, something of that nature, because I was like, yeah, I did kinesiology. Within a few months, I had a bit of an existential crisis of why am I here? What does it even mean to be a surgeon? Why do I want to be a surgeon? Which is cool, we need Muslims in the field. But for me, it pretty much felt like I was ego-driven. I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to be a surgeon. But it was just for my own lowerness. That's really the only explanation for it. And once I actually thought about what I experienced and what my community actually needs, then the only answer was mental health care. So that's how I ended up in psychiatry. That's how I ended up, I'm part of the Stanford Muslim mental health lab as well, where I do research, again, in Muslim mental health. So that's kind of my focus, and inshallah, I'll talk more about that as I go.
so unique in the sense that I didn't come out of undergrad doing music or arts and then jumped into law school, because that would be pretty unique, right? Although we have people in that category. For me, I went into undergrad, did political science, partly because I was, like a lot of other people, I was motivated and kind of inspired by Barack Obama. This was when he had a Senate position, he was running for, for presidency. And I really believe that change because, yes, you can. I'm going to go into politics. I spent 4 years undergrad at York University. Very soon I realized it's so different. But then I really, questions, one of the things about political science is you come across questions that are really fundamental to your identity, where you come from, which are pretty much like philosophy. I took on the task of learning who I am. I'm supposed to be a Muslim. I practice to the extent that I'm told to pray, fast. And I'm supposed to be an Alameen too. What did that mean? So those questions kind of were burning inside of me. And I wanted to go into further, finding out the answer to those questions. So, and my professors kind of encouraged me, Afghanistan is a really interesting case. What's going on for 40 years should be masters. So they really going to push me towards that. Okay. So I had, that's why I did masters in political science, focused only on the crisis in Afghanistan, which made me, learn a lot of why I am here in Canada. But going through that process, I soon realized that I need to think about my future in terms of politics is not really a secure career, because every cycle of elections, there's no guarantee what's going to happen to you. And also because, politics as a career, you don't really have much in terms of a specialized skill. But I like the academics, I like discussing theories in politics. So I wanted something that would balance that.